Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Josh, and today I wanted to share a bit of a story with you about my Longines Hydroconquest. So, as you can probably tell, this is a bit different from the way I normally do my videos, and you'll see why in just a bit. So, as you might know, if you saw my Omega NATO strap video, I recently had a Longines Hydroconquest Ceramic in my possession, and it was and still is a watch that I think very highly of. So today I wanted to quickly walk through some high points and some low points and then share with you all why this particular piece is no longer with me. Now, before we get to that, let's start out with what I really did like about it. And I really did like this watch, truly. It's gorgeous. The design of it, in my opinion, is really, really nicely evolved for this generation. It's somewhat generic Swiss diver, but I love how the kind of oversized 12, 6, and 9 markings retain the character of the previous Hydroconquest. And to me, that really kind of just speaks to Longines' character. Like, they could have gone really generic with this, but they they really refined the design of it while still retaining a lot of that character from the original model. The ceramic bezel, which is also new for this generation, is seriously a thing of beauty. It just shines in every light. It has fantastic and saturated color, and the numbers are engraved and then filled with white paint, which makes them just pop. I mean, they're so bold on the bezel, and I think that really sets it apart both from the previous Hydroconquest, but also a lot of divers in this category as well. And as you all know, I'm not always a fan of sunray dials, but I think this one is done really well. The case itself is also incredibly well machined. It's super sharp, and I don't mean sharp like cut your finger sharp, but nowhere on this case does it feel like Longines took the cheap way out to save a few bucks in production. All of the edges are so finely done. All of the brushing is really, really beautiful. It's a really well done piece. It is weighty in the hand. It's got a really nice solid feel to it. Um, for any of you who thought that the Tissot Sea Star felt a bit cheap and kind of rough around the edges, this one might be for you. I would highly, highly recommend if you've seen the Sea Star and it's not up to your standards or your expectations, check out the new Hydroconquest because I think this is really taking, again, that swatch language and taking it to the next level above that Tissot Sea Star. The 41mm size is also perfect for someone with a medium-sized wrist like myself. It is the same size actually as my Omega, and 41mm for me is super easy to wear comfortably all day long. Now with this generation, they also do make a 43mm version, so if you like a bigger dive watch with a little bit more wrist presence, you might be really happy with that, so check that out. And then finally, as you guys can see here, I have the watch on a beautiful blue and white Omega NATO strap because if I have one complaint, and I do, it's that the bracelet is almost shockingly bad. It's like something, it's just like something I'd expect to find on a Tissot. It sounded kind of like a low-end Seiko. It had that kind of hollow, clanky sound to it. And in the hand, it felt exactly like the bracelet on the Tissot Sea Star, which I have also complained about. Like, this guy retails for $1,600, and if you look at something in that category from, let's say, Tag Heuer, for example, Tag Heuer does beautiful bracelets, even at this price point. And just because, like the Tag Heuers in this price class, this is supposed to be an entry-level luxury watch, and I would expect that Longines would do a little bit better on the bracelet for this guy. So, a little bit disappointed about that, and I would highly, highly recommend if you plan on wearing this as your daily watch, as your daily beater, year-round, go into a store before you buy and check it out and make sure that you can, the bracelet is up to the expectation that you have for this watch, and that you could comfortably wear that, year-round. Now, if I am ever to pick up another one, I'll probably go with the version on the Longines rubber strap. They make a beautiful rubber dive strap with a push-button deployment clasp. It looks beautiful, and I've heard really good things about it. And for me, because this would be primarily a summer watch, I think that would be absolutely perfect. So if I ever end up picking up another one, I will definitely go for that version instead. Now, with all of that being said, the reason I no longer have this watch is that while filming all of this, especially some of the close-up shots, I happened to notice that my particular model, my particular example here, had some small but very significant damage to both what I think is the crystal and the exterior AR coating. Now, as you can see in these shots taken close up under specific lighting, there appears to be actual scratching into the sapphire crystal itself, and then probably as a result of that, there's some damage to the exterior AR coating. And you guys know I am often quite rough with my watches, but this is exactly how I got it from Bloomingdale's where I purchased mine. This watch had not been worn out at all yet. Like I hadn't taken it out of the house. I hadn't done anything except, film some shots of it and swap out the strap. And in the time I had it, I did not do this to it. So I was a little bit disappointed to see all of that, so off it went back to Bloomingdale's, and that's why I no longer have it. Now, I know that this shouldn't be treated as any kind of testament to Longines quality control or anything like that, but this is the third brand new Swatch Group product in the last 2 years that I've had to return due to quality issues, and all three of them that I've had issues with were purchased from an authorized dealer, brand new, not used, not gray market, not anything like that. If you guys have watched my channel for any period of time, you know that one of them was my 2018 Tissot C-Star. That one, I had a case that I think was not properly sealed, and it caused damage to everything in there and the movement. I was actually getting liquid buildup, like condensation, inside the case. And again, I know it shouldn't be taken as a testament to, Swatch Group quality or anything, but just for the record, I've never had a problem like that with any of my Seiko purchases. So that's the story. Unfortunately, I don't have the watch anymore, and although they offered me a replacement, this one just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, so, I declined that. Now, there is a silver lining, and one that I'm actually super excited about. So, while browsing to see what else I might replace this watch with, I stumbled across a deal on a watch that I have legit biblically coveted for at least the last 5 years, and that is the Longines Legend Diver. Oh my goodness. The Longines Legend is just stunning. It is so my style. It is right up there. Like, oh, I can't even tell you guys how much I love this watch. And it is on its way to me. I'm super excited, and I will do a full video on it once it arrives. I'm going to put my faith in Longines one more time and hope that this one will be absolutely perfect. So that's the story. That's why I no longer have my Hydroconquest. That's all I've got for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any comments or questions, leave them downstairs, and we'll talk soon. Take care.